Hi, welcome to practice. I'm Casey and this is May, and today we are going to be continuing our Yinneagram journey, which is Yin Yoga for the Enneagram. Today we're going to be doing Type 7, which is the Enthusiast, and this is today's 25-minute video. If you're interested in the 60-minute video, I posted that last week, and you can hop over onto my channel to find that. Today I am practicing with a injured arm, so some of the postures that we're going to walk through today I can't do. So if you take a peek at me, you'd probably see that I'm not doing exactly what I've said to do in postures. So you can go ahead and just follow along with what I say and not exactly what I do. You're welcome to do what I do. They're just modifications for the postures, but there is some discrepancies in that today. I know and love an Enneagram Type 7, and learning about the Enneagram, although I'm not an Enneagram Type 7, has been really helpful for me to be able to relate to this person. I'm an Enneagram Type 4, and it's kind of comical actually to think about a 4 and a 7 trying to be in a relationship together because they're really opposite types. So I just encourage you, even if you're not a Type 7, to watch these videos because they can really just help you to love the people around you better. The Enneagram Type 7's passion or sin is gluttony, which you'll see looks a little different than what we kind of think about in our society today. And they're also a part of the fear triad with types 5, 6, and 7. And 7's kind of one of their bigger attributes is not dealing with perceived negative emotions. Because of this, I've selected us to do a hip exercise today because our hips tend to store all of our stress and all of our trauma. You don't need any props today. So if you're ready for practice, go ahead and meet me back here in a comfortable seat and let's jump right in. Come to a comfortable seat. Sit up straight. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right, left hand coming to right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand coming to left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, center. Exhale, right palm down, left arm up and over for a side stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, left palm down, right arm up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, lace the fingers behind your back. Push the knuckles away from you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, unwind, hands meet up and overhead. Exhale, hands on lap. We're going to take this flow one more time. Sit up straight. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right palm down, left arm up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, left palm down, right arm up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, lace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, push the knuckles away. Exhale. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, hands to lap. Take a few grounding breaths here, winding down to practice. The hips are an area where people hold a lot of unconscious tension, old emotions, and deep vulnerabilities. Considering the psoas link to the fight or flight response, it's understandable that stress might get trapped there. This unconscious tension can be held from one traumatic event or lots of smaller events where the stress of feelings like sadness, worry, and fear are stored and can get stuck. Stretching the hip muscles causes a release and allows stored emotion to melt away. The hips are like the body's junk drawer. It's the place where we put emotions when we don't know what else to do with them. It's not uncommon to feel a rush of emotions in hip opening poses. Some people unexplainably come to tears in these poses as old emotions resurface. This is your time to release them. Hip flexors are strong muscles. Hip openers can be challenging, but stay with it and remember to breathe. Come down onto your back, bent knees. Set up your right leg so that the ankle crosses over the space of the left thigh just above the knee and flex the foot. Reach through the legs with the right hand and clasp onto your left hand to hold your leg. You can hold onto the hamstring or the shin. For all of us, at any given time in our lives, we could be described as healthy, average, or unhealthy. Sometimes we stay in a level of development for long lengths of time, sometimes relatively short. An average 7 will reframe anything that is sad or brings about, quote, bad feelings into something happy and reaffirming. Much of the sadness that they do experience is due to unmet expectations. They tend to be restless and want options and choices all the time. They keep up with the latest trends. Average 7s get bored easily. At unhealthy levels, 7s can be impulsive and inclined to addiction in many different forms. They will do whatever is necessary to avoid sadness, fear, and anxiety. They see themselves and their world around them as inadequate and fall into pity for themselves. Unhealthy 7s can have dramatic mood swings, irresponsible behavior, and desperately seek instant gratification. When at their best and healthy, 7s are delightful. They achieve the many different things they start and are the most extroverted type on the Enneagram. They assimilate their experiences in depth and in real time, making them grateful for themselves and the world around them. They are awed by simple things in life, bringing passion and joy to themselves and those around them. They have stopped running from sadness, pain, and anxiety, and incorporate these things into their lives as they naturally occur. Begin to bend the right knee and bring the sole of the foot to the mat. Set up your left leg so that the ankle crosses over the right thigh. Lay on your back. Clasp the hands together. The passion or sin of the 7 is gluttony. Like all the Enneagram types, this word doesn't mean exactly what we think it means. 7s experience gluttony as their compulsive need to have positive experiences, have fun and find material things, and a brain constantly moving to, at all costs, avoid pain and suffering. In the book The Road Back to You, Ian Cron writes, 7s don't want to feel unpleasant emotions, particularly that swirl of fear and emptiness they register at their core. A psychiatrist likens addicts to hungry ghosts. Cron sees the passion of the 7 in this metaphor as someone seeking to devour experiences, but they are never enough. 7s are in the fear triad with 5s and 6s. 5s ward off fear with knowledge, 6s with pessimism, and 7s with relentless optimism. 7s are pretty much the creators and executives of FOMO, fear of missing out. They will participate in anything they can, even to their own detriment. Let both soles of the feet plant on the mat. Take a few wiper movements here. Come to a seat, then to table. Step your right leg to the inside of your right hand. Stack your front knee over your front foot. If you need to move your foot with your hands, that is okay. Wiggle your left knee towards the back of your mat if you need to. Hands can come onto blocks, or for a deeper stretch down to the forearms. If the back knee feels uncomfortable, place a towel or blanket under the knee. The hip region is associated with the sacral chakra, an energetic center that is linked to how you relate to your emotions and the emotions of others. A blocked sacral chakra is said to lead to emotional instability as well as reductions in pleasure. When the hips are tight and contracted, it's possible that sacral energy that's not expressed is stuck. In her book, The Enneagram. Helen Palmer writes, "The habitual preoccupations of the sevens include the need to maintain high levels of excitement, many activities, many interesting things to do, wanting to stay emotionally high, maintenance of multiple options as a way to buffer commitment to a single course of action, replacement of deep contact with pleasant mental alternatives, talking, planning, and intellectualizing, charm as a first line of defense, fear types who move toward people, avoid direct conflict by going through the cracks, talk your way out of trouble, an attentional style of interrelating and systematizing information such that commitments necessarily include loopholes and other backup options. This style of attention can lead to rationalized escapism from difficult or limiting tasks, the ability to synthesize unusual connections and parallels between what appear to be antagonistic or unrelated points of view." Shift the right leg back and come to all fours. Tuck the toes and lift up into a downward facing dog, finding any movement here that feels good. Notice how your legs feel here, resting in unbalance. Bring your left foot forward to the inside of your left hand. Once again, wrists under shoulders, knee over ankle. Wiggle your right knee a bit to the back of the mat. Unless you are in a relationship or the best friend of a seven, you probably don't know too much about their inner life. You may know stories from their lives, maybe ideas and goals, but they won't be looking to share deep or vulnerable memories or feelings. They also may be quick to dismiss your feelings or attempts at emotional intimacy. If you love a seven, you probably know they like to dream. It's important to give them this space, even if their dreams seem unrealistic. Letting them talk about their dreams gives them joy and creates trust. Also, realize that an unrealistic dream or idea may actually be fantastic and possible. In Abby Howe's video, 10 Ways to Love an Enneagram 7, she suggests ensuring there is fun and variety in your lives and to make sure you are giving them quality time where they have your complete focus. Help your seven by approaching conflict delicately and intentionally, attempting to keep things as light as possible and verbally encouraging them to share their thoughts and feelings. Check in with your sevens, especially when they seem to be jumping from one thing to the next. Lastly, sevens are the commitment phobes of the Enneagram, so ensure that you have your own thing going, separate from them and your relationship going on. shift the leg back into all fours. Lift the hips and come to downward facing dog once again, noticing how you feel after balancing out the legs. Come down to all fours, then to a seat. Bring the soles of your feet together for a reclined butterfly. If you want to make this more restorative, lay your back on a bolster or pillow and let your knees rest on pillows or rolled up blankets. Consciously relax your thighs so they feel heavy. Let go of any tension in the back, the neck, the shoulders, and the arms. I always close out these practices with some practical tips to take off the mat. Allow people around you to really know you. Sevens have a hard time being authentic and vulnerable with people, fearing they will be perceived as negative. But sevens, people want to know you, all of you, and the truest you. That includes emotions, that includes struggles and sadness. You don't have to let everyone know you, just the souls around you that you trust and desire a deeper relationship with. Cron suggests unflinchingly reflecting on the past and make a list of the people who have hurt you or whom you have hurt. Then forgive them and yourself. Make amends where necessary. Trust that you can handle the hard stuff. You can feel sadness, pain, and anxiety, and you are strong enough to move past it. Give yourself permission to feel these things because you know you are strong. When you do experience these emotions, congratulate yourself on being real, vulnerable, and human. Lastly, practice being present in the now. Stop living your life in the next thing, in the anticipation. Soak in your present. I am sure if you look, there are plenty of magical things surrounding you here, now. Stretch the feet out long on your mat. Remove any props. Take a few wiper movements with your feet. In a moment, I will be offering some mantras for the Type 7. You may wish to write them in places you can read, repeat, and believe them. I have listed them in the description below. As we prepare for Shavasana, take a moment to survey your body, adjusting it to make it as comfortable as possible. Don't ignore small details. When parts of your body are still asking for attention, they are not completely at ease and continue to disturb the central nervous system. Relax and allow the rhythmic nature of the breath to take over as inhalation and exhalation flow effortlessly into one another. Soften the face, the front of the neck and throat, the chest, the tops of the shoulders, the arms, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Relax the rib cage and the area of your heart. The abdomen softens as it rises and falls with the breath. The tops of the thighs soften, and your relaxed attention flows all the way down to the tips of the toes. As muscles relax, the nerve impulses traveling to and from them decrease, and the brain calms down. A message of relaxation spreads throughout the entire nervous system, and gradually the tensions that have crept into your body and mind release. I will be taken care of. I find beauty in the ordinary. I have enough. I finish what I start. I am resilient. Take a deep breath into your belly. Gently bring movement into your hands and feet. Roll onto your side. Remember to continually come back to yourself. It's important. With eyes still closed, come to a comfortable seat. I hope you will continue on this Yinneagram journey with me through all the types. If you aren't a 7, I hope you have discovered ways to love the 7s in your life. Blink open the eyes. Beloved 7s, please take some time to get to know yourself, all of you. I believe in the strength in our humanity. I believe in your strength to face your sad spots, your anxieties, and to come out better for it.
Please take care of yourselves because we absolutely need your sweet joy and wonder in our world. Bring the palms of your hands together at your forehead. Inhale, taking up all the space in your lungs. Exhale completely. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Namaste.